Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? 01 of 1 back again. We are playing Stationeers again on Vulcan, and we got to keep on working on our little system here. So I don't know if I have enough water in here yet for the plants to actually survive. So I'm a little worried at the moment. And then the other thing that I would like to check, I guess, is because I mean, like, there's ages of plants, right? And there's some variable somewhere that tells you what the age is, and I don't know what that is. So we're just gonna investigate, I guess. And then I wonder if I should have run the main power through here, and then just like had like a transformer or something over here on the side to like run, you know, data power. I don't know. I don't think it actually matters all that much. I don't know how much power these things all use, but we've got like 50 of them, so that's why I'm a little worried about power use. Okay, so I'm gonna place one potato here, and we'll see if it grows. Yeah, I don't have enough water. Okay. So we just wasted a potato seed, because I don't have enough water, apparently. But I mean, like, how else am I supposed to... Yeah. So, I need to pick up another seed. I kind of figured that was going to be the case, so... I don't know, man. It's like... It's not just that you need, like, the water. I think the water has to be evenly distributed at a certain level or above in the pipes for it to actually, you know, be enough for the plants. And I think I just don't have enough. Let's see, what else? Alright, so I have, like, a ridiculous amount of water in here, right? So 27.6 liters in there right now currently. And then if I put all of that in there, I don't know how much water that's going to give me, but I know that I'm going to need a lot more water in there than what I thought. So I don't know, it's strange. Like, I think we need, like, the distribution of water to be at a certain amount or higher for it to work properly. Yeah, we're at 312 in here. Okay. Yeah, so there's 27 liters in there, so that's a lot. It's a lot of water. And plus it'll, you know, I mean, I gotta move a lot of water, so I could see. I don't know how the water physics work in this game, but I wonder if, just like we have like cells, like in here, like each frame is a cell, right, for airflow and stuff. I wonder if that's the same for pipes, in which the total volume, not volume, but the total moles, right, of a gas is split evenly among the pieces of a pipe, and so then at any given point, like, you can determine how much is in a specific pipe segment. And so then if that is the way that the water works as well, and it just like automatically finds like the lowest level, like I don't know, let's say like you have a stream bed and then you have an empty stream bed next to it, right? If you make a little channel between them, the water will immediately jump out of, or fall out of one to go into the other. And it's not even necessarily gravity based, even though it kind of is, but it's just because one has excess volume and one, I don't know, like, there's, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like in my head it makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense for you guys, so I don't know. Alright, so we have 12 liters in there now. We have 0.1 liters in there. Okay. So I'm gonna bring all of this water over too, and we'll just see if we can get to it before we kill the potato. And then I don't know, we'll do some debugging on the planters and see if we can get a better understanding of how they actually work. It's a good thing I know where I'm going, because I can't see anything when I'm carrying this thing. Alright. Okay. Needs water. Okay. So, for example, right, so if we operate under the assumption that water automatically finds... It automatically averages out, I guess. Like, for every single pipe segment, then that means that this thing in here should have exactly this... Oh, it doesn't. It has more. Now it has 0.1. Wait, what? And this one has like 0.024, 0.036. Wonder how long until that thing dies. And then we're down to like 1 liter in here, so we still don't have enough. Even though we have like 15 liters in here alone, like it's not actually moving out into the pipes. So we're like, yeah, that's not anywhere near enough. Let me get another pump. Because, I mean, if we have to divide that by all of these segments, and it would make more sense to have the least amount of pipe segments as possible. So, like, even this, right? That's going to hold some amount of water, which will then lower the overall percentage of water. Yeah. And then I think we need to pull out of this or something. Either that or it's not balancing properly, because why would we get like 15 liters in the tank and like nothing in the pipes, right? Like, shouldn't that not work like that? I mean, there's something in the way that the game calculates liquids that I don't understand, and that's what's causing our confusion right now. So, for example, right, if I were to take out this one right here, and then take this out as well, and put it here, and then pump all of that out of there, would that then save my little potato? Okay, so then we're pulling out of here. Like, we have like so much water in here, right? And as we're pumping it into here, like it's, and then I suppose what we should do is take this out, so that way it can only go, okay. And now we have enough in here. So it needs like 0.01 liters or something like that. Like, this is just, I don't understand the mechanism here. But, I mean, we didn't lose a seed, so that's good. Okay, now we're at 0.1 in there. Unless these have a volume. Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So here's what I want you guys to do, right? So you see the capacity in here, right? So in this one pipe segment, we have 20 liters, right? Inside of this, we have 100 liters. So there's a 5 times difference between these two, right? So if we look at the liters in here, we're at 0.2, right? So that means that we should just be getting to divide 0.2 by that. So we're like 0.4 in here, which is just about where we're at, or 0.04. Okay, so I think I'm understanding this a little better. It's still not great. And then it's divided by like the number of segments that we have here, I think. So we can't actually read like the total liters in here. Unless, no, because that's different. Yeah, no, because it's different per pipe segment. Unless, wait, hold on. Okay, so that's 20 liters, and that's 120 liters. Okay. Okay, so then if it's pipe segments together, you can see how much you have in there. So that makes me wonder now, right? So we're at 0.452 in here, 0.76, 0.06, 0.06, 0.06. Okay, so then would... No, because if I do it that way, then we would be... I'm thinking making like a secondary set of pipe to connect this pipe length right here to each individual pipe length in between. Because I mean, like right now, with the way that it's set up currently, like we would need a ridiculous amount of water in here just for the water in here to be up at a level that we can actually use. Oh, and we can't plant this yet because we need light. Crap. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna set this up because like I don't have any grow lights in here. So eventually that's gonna die because it's not getting enough light. And I need water myself, so I don't know. And yeah, I actually am taking damage now, so that's fun. Alright. So I don't exactly understand how the liquid mechanics work in the game. But I know that it's not intuitive. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna need more water. Like a lot more water. So that'll be fun. Not really. Okay, how much fuel do I have left? Not a lot. Okay, we're gonna mix up some more fuel. Yeah, we need like thousands of gallons of water just for that section to work as I want it to. We're gonna need 10 liters of volatiles in here. Good. All right. Right, and then these I'm going to need, of course. And then as far as the grow lights, like what do we have for lighting options? Is that it? That's like the only option that we have for grow lights? Okay. I mean, we're going to need, what, like 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to get all this set up first. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it where it needs to go. Because it's got to go like in between the 2 rows. So if it can't go in between the 2 rows, then I'm going to have to do something else with it. I don't know, man. Because I'm like, if it was, okay, so if the liquid worked the way that real life liquid works, right? Then what would likely happen is that the water would seek an equilibrium between the tank and all of the pipe segments, including the little growers, right? Regardless of what their internal capacities are, you should get an equal amount of moles in each segment because water finds its level, right? But in this game, that doesn't happen. Huh. So now, like, I don't know, like, in order to understand how this works, and also the lighting is going to be super weird, isn't it? And actually, hold on, what do we have for grow light? Is that like the only version we have? Wait, what is that? Grow light. Oh, that's the actual grow light. And that's the only thing I can do is just make that? Okay. I was hoping we had like different versions of grow lights, like different form factors, I guess. And then if that's going to be the case, like we can't, if we have to control the lights on here individually, right, because they have to stick onto something, right? So that means it would have to go onto like a ceiling that we put in here, right? And so if we drop this down, change this over. Right, so we would have to be in here somehow, right? And then we would need this to rotate this way. But the question is, if we do it like this, can we actually get, and what was it? It was like 6 sections, right? 6 by 7 or something. And then we would have to run it like this, or, you know, vice versa. Okay, so then if we assume that 4 of these is 7, let me see, so that's got to go basically centered in here. But that doesn't really center, does it? It's either here or here, and neither one really seems like a good option. I suppose this one is more good. And then we would also need to connect all the data stuff in here too. That would have to go in there like that. And then we could tell it to look at different stuff inside of here. And then in order to get our water or our stuff connected in here, like we can't. Okay, so I can't actually run it through that. Man, that just sucks. And then if we control the lights, we could have them just go directly into here, I suppose. Okay, that's just weird, but if it works, it works. And then I would need... Oh, I would have to have another system on here. IC system, that is. So we can control the lights. Okay, so I can copy what I've got on the other one and then modify it for, you know, whatever I need. So let's make the IC first. IC 10, there we go. Just make one of these and then go to the housing. Make another one of those. Why did you not start? Oh. Okay, that's fine. Make that, please. I just need to make sure that all of the counts within the machines are zeroed out. Otherwise, we could end up with more issues. Okay. I'm just going to toss these things in the hallway here. And we'll go and we'll grab that code real quick. Alright, let me borrow this real quick. Import. Alright, good to go. Alright, so now I've got the code stored in there. We can go and grab all of our stuff and then set up our lighting system. Wow, we are really low on power. Huh. Oh. We burned through an entire stack. Well, that sucks. I need to fix that. I guess for now we'll just turn on the Stirling engine room. There you go. Little bit of power. Alright. Okay, so this is going to have to be set up probably up here. I mean, I could just run it. Well, hang on. Yeah, we'll set it up here. Alright, and then let's take... Sir. Okay, let's check out the code real quick. Outside temp, we're not actually using outside temp. Okay, that's gonna be... Hopefully we're not using any of that, no. It's just counter load outside temp from D0 setting. Oh, right, because I have the temperature control on here too. Okay, well, we're not going to have this section in here. Because if they're going to keep on changing the temperature swings for the planet, this is not a reliable method of controlling stuff. Okay. Night. Oh, crap. Can I... Dang it. I shouldn't have gotten rid of all that. Crap. Wait, hold on. If I cancel, then it won't actually have taken all that out, right? Yeah. Okay, so night and day, that all needs to stay. But all of this temperature control stuff does not need to be here. Okay. Then temperature control is not on here, so our outside temperatures are not going to be on here. Okay. Settings, grow lights. Okay, so we will confirm that. Export it. Throw that into there, and then get some... let's see... Okay, so that can go there, and then this has to go around the side. Alright. That should be fine. Yep, it's running the counter. Okay, good. Okay, so that should take care of the lighting. Of course, that's going to be impacted by this, because we do have the sun over here. Wonder if that's going to be too stressful on the plants. Growing moderately well, okay. Our temperature is not going down, which is not good. Okay, that's 26 degrees in there. And then this is got nothing in there. 25 liters, 6,000 kPa. Oh, I can't actually get in there now because I closed it off. Well, that's not good. 3647, so that's 25 degrees, what it's set at. So is this not evaporating right now? Like, what's going on? That's not doing anything. Like, what are you doing right now? It's got plenty of stuff, it's just not doing anything with it. Why? What is going on? Why isn't this cooling? And why is the convected stuff like so low? Like, what do I need more liquid in there? Like, what's going on here? I mean, I can put in more, I guess. That'll give us just lost power. Great. Okay. Things are breaking. I mean, like, the entire purpose of me putting in that AC system was to cool down the room. But if it's not working, then it's not cooling down the room, which is kind of a problem. So I'm wondering if, like, it just needs more liquid in there to, like, evaporate more. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't evaporating anything. And it obviously wasn't doing anything for the temperature either. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. Alright, so we're charging slowly. I don't know, man. I need to make some more of the solid biofuel. We also need to make a lot more water, it would seem. 110, 110, good to go. I will take it. Okay. We're up to 2 megapascals now. Do we want that to be there? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, so we're going to dump a megapascal's worth of fuel in here. See how much liquid we get out of it. Yeah, I don't... Man, this is just... It's like the systems aren't working as I'm expecting them to. And it's kind of messing things up a little bit. Alright, and like this. Like, we gotta make sure this is... Okay, so that's down to 175, 146, 116, 85. Okay, so this is now where it needs to be. Okay, so then that should be cooling the greenhouse again. So, let's go and check, verify, make sure. Yeah, 26 degrees in here now. Good. Okay, so that is doing a thing. Now, I'm worried about saturating our large gas collection with too much heat, because then, like, we're not going to have anything else to dump into, which is going to be a problem. I don't know, man. Yeah, so we're going to need proper temperature control in there. And if our little pollutant system isn't keeping up, then there's no reason to have it. So I'll just replace it with like an AC system or something. Set up like 3 ACs. I don't know. And that'll be atmospherics, right? Yeah, so we'll take one of these for now. We'll prep them just in case we need to use them. That's going to increase the amount of electrical power that we need, which is not great. But I mean, if this isn't doing anything, then there's no point in having it. Okay, so now we're at 33 liters in there. It's at 46. We have nothing in this upper section here, which makes me think that it's not actually functioning properly. And in here, the temperature had gone up another 0.2 degrees since I left. So this is not working. Unless it's the purge valve, which is set too high or something. This is 3.67 in here. This is set for 3.67. Okay. Does this have to be higher? Okay, so now our pressure in here is at 3.77. And the other thing, our battery's actually pretty good. Okay, so I'm wondering if that's the case here. Because if I have this thing set up incorrectly, and then if this thing, actually let's just turn this off and see what happens. Okay, so it is doing a thing now. Which means that... Okay, so that's heating up quite a bit. Or cooling down, I don't know. Not exactly sure what it's doing. Alright. Then another thing that I want to set up in here somewhere is another Omni charger, whatever thing. I'll put it probably down on the bottom below this. And that way I can charge things while I'm in here too. Right. Yeah, we'll swap that out. Okay, so Omni charger. Need more gold. Okay, you guys are still running. I think you're done. Okay, you're almost done. This one is done. 63 gold in there. That's a stack at least. Okay, now that one is done too. Alright, now we'll let this thing run for a while and fill back up. But that's going to be all the ore I'm going to get for a while, so I can't use too much stuff. That needs to be back on. Alright, and then that can go, that can go. Alright. Okay. Just need to make one of those. All right. And I think this charge is based on like a radial thing, so like a like spherical area, I guess, is a better way to put it. So the higher I can get this up towards the bottom here, the better. Now I can just kind of snap this thing in basically wherever I want. But I do want it to be somewhat centered. So if we're here and then 3, okay, so that means that we need to be literally right here. Okay. And then can I rotate this? No. Okay. Okay, so that'll be our power transmitter. We'll run in our power from here. And we actually have enough space, or enough cables for this, so that's good. Okay, good. Oh, I have to turn that on too. Crap. In 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not gonna have enough cable for that. We can steal some from over here. It'll be fine. I'm just gonna tell this thing to turn on using an IC or something. That way I don't have to rip anything up. Okay, so that'll be connected in there on the data. And then I need an IC, and we have to find that one. Which means, I don't even know what I'm going to put in here, to be honest. It's just like a big open spot for me. Can I even access this? Input? No? Yeah, I can't even get to that. Alright. Well. Okay. Let me get a logic I/O. Thank you. All right. Oh, hey, yeah, you can stop. Whoops. Hopefully we're not going to be breaking anything. Oh no, stress is low. Okay. And I've got that on, so it shouldn't break the pipes anyways, but just in case, it still could. It still absolutely could. Okay. So let's throw this onto here. No, we're gonna need this little logic switch looking thing here. Alright. And then all we have to do is tie this in. And I think the power transmitter on this circuit should be the only one in here. So if we set this up, we can control that, and I'll just leave this on. And then we'll label it, let's see, Omni Transmitter Switch. Okay, and then that is going to go Omni, yeah. Go to our on-off. State is 0, state is 1. Alright, now if I look at this, we should be charging. Excellent. Easy peasy. There we go. Alright, so now things should not break. And then as long as that's off, I can switch this back and forth and it shouldn't do anything. Oh, no. There we go. Turn it back on. There we go. Anyways, so that's that. So power charging is no longer an issue over there, and it's centralized, which means that we should have adequate protection. By protection, I mean like recharging, I guess. adequate coverage, however you want to call it. All right, how are we doing now? 1090, okay. We have 1,570 moles of steam. That's a lot. Let's see, if it's 55 moles per liter, then 157 divided by that, that's what, like 30 liters? A little less than 30 liters? It's a lot of water. And this shouldn't have any kind of stress on it yet. And yeah, I think we'll be okay. So that, we're down to 94 kilopascals, is fine. We're still running through the rest of that. So once that's done, like going through everything, that should start cooling down pretty quickly. Alright, so let's check to see how much gold we managed to get out of that. I suppose we can do that. So gold is the last one here. So we have 150 gold left, 75 silver. Dude. Okay, so I guess we just have to wait for that. Just let it run, I guess. Okay, so our Stirling engine room is definitely charging up our batteries, so that's good. I should probably put that on like some sort of, well, I mean, that's all going to be charged through here. Yeah. I have to set this up too. So we have better battery maintenance, whatever, charging, something. Basically, I'm going to have like the graph for each, like, because this is one circuit, that's a different circuit. So I'm going to have a graph for each of those. And then I'll have a total graph up here, and then I don't know, put like another display up there for, or a switch. I don't know. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. I'm not really too worried about it. Okay, so let's see how our little potato is doing. And then what the temperature in here is like as well. But now that we've solved the power issues, okay, now it's 37.5, so it's up even higher now. So what I need is for the condensing to happen in here. And then I need the... Okay, so that's doing a thing somehow. I'm still trying to... Like, I still don't understand how this works. I should by now, but I still don't. So I don't know if that tells you about the system at all, but... And it's just getting warmer in here. So we need, like, really? I'm trying to do stuff, man. Why is my light not on? It's weird. Alright, so let's dump off a bunch of these, because I don't need them right now. They're just taking up inventory space. Growing moderately well, okay. And then, what kind of, like, stuff can we see here? Like, if I were to look at the inputs and outputs for this. Okay, so we have pressure, we have temperature, ratios, moles, hashes, more ratios, reference IDs, name hashes. So that doesn't tell me anything about the plant itself. What about this? Does that tell me anything? Export count, reference ID, required power. No, it's not telling me. That's not telling me anything about the plant either. So how, I mean, there's got to be something here, right? So that, is that just the, is there like a setting in here? No. It's probably mode. I don't know. Okay, so what's going on with this? Okay, so we have 321 moles of just gas in here. But it's not condensing it. Or is it trying to condense it? I have no idea. The water is moving. So it's doing something with the water. And this should be trying to evaporate stuff, but it's not. Now it says that it's 36C, but for pollutant, using Celsius. Okay, so if we want this to be at 25, right? So it's 3647. If I can get it to stay right there. And then what are these numbers? Okay, so then we have to check this and make sure this is set to 3647, which it is. So that should be trying to maintain 25 degrees in there. Unless it just doesn't have it. Like, that's why I'm thinking there's something messed up over here. It's like, if we do that, does that change this at all? It's increasing the pressure. Okay, but that's not helping us. I mean, it's lowering the pressure, which is doing something. But that's because it's evaporating the stuff in here, which is then lowering that temperature, which doesn't impact this at all. Unless it is impacting it. Okay, no, it's actually dropping now. Okay. So it's doing something. That's 365. What do I have this thing set to? 3770. Okay. I mean, does this thing need to be like higher, lower? Like if I put it down to there, that'll drop the pressure in here. Does that change anything over here? The convected is higher. It's not doing anything about the temperature though. It's not dropping very quick. Okay, so 3647, right? Okay, pressure is dropping substantially. I think that means that this is condensing. Wait, no, that would heat it up, wouldn't it? Yeah, now we have nothing left in here, which makes me think that this isn't doing anything now. 831, but it's not radiating anything. Is it because of that little bit of H2O in there? Kind of wondering. Okay, so that's dropping. That's not really doing anything. That's got nothing in it, so I feel like we need to keep stuff in there. Okay, so we're at 865. So if I were to increase this to 3650, does that change? 865, and we have nothing left in there. And then if we just turn this thing off completely, right, and then we rely on this to, well, it's not going to do anything about all of this. That's just going to increase the pressure. And that's just going to condense whatever it can while it can. But that doesn't really help us out. Unless I drop this down to like 24, like something crazy, right? Okay, so now we're dumping in a bunch of stuff. We're also cooling it down quite a lot. Okay, now how's it affecting our chamber? It's not really doing anything. .6 in the room, so whatever we're doing, this isn't doing anything. No, temperature did just drop by 0.1. mean, what if I drop this down to like 2,000? What would that do? I don't know, I guess I'm just trying to figure out like what the purpose is of all of this. Like what does this purge valve actually do for the system? Right? I understand that it like controls the pressure in here, right? So the pressure, the gas pressure inside of here, which is what the pressure is reading, right, is equal to whatever I set on the dial here. So then whatever gas is left in here then goes up into here, which then lowers the pressure. And if we have lower pressure in here, so for example, if we go to like 2,000, oh, that's like way down here. So it's like negative 89 degrees, right? If we keep the pressure of the liquid at whatever that, but is it actually doing anything though? Like it's not dropping any more pressure. So like what are you doing, man? You would think with this being a purge valve, it would purge a little bit faster, but maybe it's because there's too much pressure in here. In the room, we're down to 38.2. Yeah, I don't think this is working as well as I want it to. And also, how are we doing over here with this guy? Still growing moderately well. Okay. I mean, like, all of the gas that we have in here is at 26 degrees, right? And this is what we're pumping into the room. At least what we should be pumping into the room. That's at 103 degrees, which makes sense, because that's what this is cooling it down to. And then from there, we're keeping it cool in here. And then we have to keep this... Is this a back pressure? No, it's a regular pressure rig. Okay, so then this has to get up to 40 megapascals. Okay. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with my system. And of course that is dumping in... Oh, why is that at 38? Wait, no, that's reading the room. Okay, not that pipe specifically. Yeah, it's dumping in 26 degree stuff. So I don't understand why it's not. Again, with this phase change, whatever pieces of equipment, I don't get it. Like, I would assume that this would have a lot more power to it, like as far as cooling and stuff goes. Apparently not. So, like, I'm just kind of wondering, like, does it make sense to just run electrics via the air conditioners? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But we are over an hour in the video, so I'm just going to end the video with, I don't know. I don't know how to get this thing to work better. I mean, I get that we want these to be roughly the same temperature, right? 35, but I mean, they basically are. So even if I were to, you know, put in a heat exchanger on here, like, it's still not going to change anything because they're already basically equal to each other. It's just this thing, evaporation chamber, isn't, it's not keeping its temperature where it needs to be. Like, it should be taking the liquid that's down here and then evaporating it, right? Which should vastly cool it down. And then pump out really, really cold stuff up here, but it's not doing that. So I'm wondering if this thing is just, like, broken, And if I take that off, is that going to do anything about, like, liquid in there? No. Well, no, it's not, because it's not at a temperature in which the pollutant would liquefy, so that's basically useless. But I don't know, it's like it's not actually evaporating the stuff. It's got the pollutant in there. It's just not evaporating it. And it's supposed to try to maintain, 25-degree temperature based on the pressure that I have set in here, which 3647, right? So 3647. There you go. Should be 25 degrees. And if we compare this to, well, actually, let's just look up water, because there is a little bit of water in there. So I'm wondering if that's kind of like also the issue here. So if we keep this at 3647, yeah, that's for water that would keep it up like way too high. So I don't even think the water is doing anything. Yeah, I'd keep it at 332 degrees. Unless the water is contaminating the process and I have to get the water out. I don't know, man. But if it's not evaporating the water, how do I get the water out? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. And we are fully charged with this Stirling engine room, so I should probably turn that off. The Stirling engine room works at least. Look at that, fully 100% charged. Alright. I don't know, I gotta wrap my head around this phase change cooling stuff. Anyways, that is going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you did, hopefully you'll join me for the next one. But until then, have a good one.